Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, my name is Jessica Wanjiko. I'm a nutritionist and I work with Malkia Nutrition. So today I want to share with you how I make cashew nut rice. But you're going to also add some colored capsicum and some carrots. So here I have my chopped colored capsicum. I have yellow, green and red. Then my carrots. Then we're going to also use onion, chopped onion. So I chopped it using this mini grinder, which is becoming quite handy in this kitchen. Then we're going to use some cashew nuts. So cashews, these are brand of cashews as Malkia Nutrition. If you'd like to order, I will leave our contacts below. And yeah, cooking oil, this is sunflower oil. Let me show you. It's a brand of sunflower oil. Found it to be quite good. We'll also use some salt. I have Himalayan salt. And yeah, I think those are the ingredients. Oh, and some spices. We'll use cumin, turmeric, and Garam masala. Yes. Over here I have my spices. So this is turmeric. You can see from the bright orange color. Then this is cumin. Then I'm going to do some garam masala. This is a small recipe. Actually, I'll just use 1 cup of rice. So the spices I'm eyeballing, but they are like quarter teaspoon of the spice. So those are everything now that I'm going to use. Oh yes, this is the Himalayan salt. It's pink Himalayan salt. Also, if you'd like to order, you can get it from Malkia Nutrition. I will link our contact. You can also stalk us or follow us on all our social media handles. So now yeah, let's get to the cooking. Here I have my pot, my cooking pot, and I got this nice oil dispenser from Kamukonji. And so we'll heat the oil. Then I'm going to add my onions, which I want them to brown just lightly. So I'm starting my fire on a high flame because I want to cook. I want it to brown faster. Over here I have my already cooked rice. Some of it was in the fridge. It's cool. That's the idea about this coconut rice. You can use leftover rice, because like that is cooked rice that has cooled down. And that's what we're going to use. You can see it has cooked really well. It's not mushy. The rice is it's fluffy, if I can say so. Yes, it's a fluffy kind of rice. We want it to be like grain by grain. So this is just white rice that I had pre-boiled, and now that's about 1.5 cups because I have combined what I boiled today and what was in the fridge. So as the onions brown, what we're going to add next is the garlic and ginger. I said this is a small recipe, so in case you're making more, you'd have to use more than this. So this was 3 garlic cloves. This is just a small piece of ginger. If you don't have this, you can opt to use powder. This is ginger powder. Again from Malkia Nutrition. You can order it. And this is garlic powder. We have different sizes of packaging. This container will go for 250. Then you have smaller ones for 100 shillings. So in case you'd like to order, because sometimes it's hectic to prepare the ginger and garlic paste. So I also, if I don't have the fresh ones, I will just use the powder, which is just as convenient and as it comes out just as well. So don't feel the hassle or, oh, I don't have a garlic press, or I don't know where to buy fresh ginger, or I forgot to buy fresh ginger. You can just use the powder. So my onions are almost ready, and I'm going to add garlic and ginger. These ones stick very fast, so what I do as I add them is also to add a little bit of salt, especially the ginger will stick to the pot quite fast. So I'll just add some salt. Also be keen with the salt, especially if your boiled rice had salt. You don't want to over salt your food. And Himalayan, one thing I noticed is use very little of it. Use very little of it for taste. I was saying for Himalayan salt, use very little of it to taste, as opposed to the Kenyan iodized salt, which I found that out the hard way as I was making chapati, and I followed the recipe, but the amount of salt I put was too much for that, because I used Himalayan salt and it turned out to be too much. So once these are ready, which they are, I'm going to add the, I'll first add the capsicum, just a small amount. This is a piece each of the colored capsicum or hoho. So I'm not going to add all of them. I'll add like half-ish. So like half, and they are small size, they're not the big ones. Small size of capsicum. And stir them in. At this point, I will lower my heat. So we are going very fast. Alright, for the peanuts that we are going to use, although this is the last step, these ones were baked or roasted, oven roasted. These ones are oven roasted, but the ones I'm going to use, these ones, they are raw. These cashews are raw. These ones are raw. So you can use either roasted or raw cashews, whichever you prefer. When you're using the raw ones, at times you can soak them in water to give them a soft kind of feel or taste, but I kind of like them crunchy. So I'm not going to soak them in salt water. Yes. So those ones are cooking well. And as they do that, I'm now going to add my spices. So this is if you have your ingredients fresh, it can take you less than 10 minutes to get your cashew nuts rice ready, especially since you're not boiling the rice. So when the rice is ready and your ingredients are fresh, it's a good meal, a fast meal, and it's a full meal again, because it has veggies, the ones we are cooking here. It has the carbohydrates from the rice, and you get the proteins from the cashews. So again, it will give you a full meal in a very convenient way. I'm going to turn my heat down. And then add my carrots. I also want the carrots to be a little bit crunchy, so I'm not going to cook them for very long. If you have noticed, I've not added any tomatoes, so this recipe doesn't call for tomatoes, but you can add, you can add tomatoes, blended tomatoes or cherry tomatoes, but for this one I just want it to come out as it is. So yeah, that's almost ready, or it's cooking pretty well. And we are almost done with this recipe actually. So the next thing I'm going to add now is the cashews. So again, I'm eyeballing, but you can use like quarter cup of cashews for this recipe. And then I'm going to add some more salt, and then I pour in the rice. So those are all the ingredients I was to use. The carrots are cooking well. So now I'm going to add the rice and the cashews. I'll start with the cashews so that they can soak in some oil. And then I'm going to add the rice, which now I'm realizing might be a lot. So I add some more cashews. Then we're going to serve. You can serve this with extra fried broccoli and cauliflower, or a beef stew, or kachumbari, that's tomato salad, or even guacamole, whatever you fancy. So this one I might serve it with beef, although that might be a lot of protein, but beef stew would go nicely, or just guacamole. So now I'm going to add the rice, which is like a cup. Let me mash it first. Lower the heat. So I'm going to add the rice, stir it in, incorporate, make sure we incorporate all the ingredients in it. And if you can see, the turmeric is already giving the peanuts some pretty good color, and that will also be transferred to the rice. So now we add in our rice. We need to add it bit by bit, but here we are. So yeah, should try and make your rice recipes exciting. Don't do just plain white rice from Monday to Friday. Try and incorporate some veggies in there. I have done a recipe for coconut rice, I've done a recipe for turmeric rice, beetroot rice, and today I'm showing you peanut carrot rice. So yeah, you can bet rice is never boring in this house. So I also like food that is colorful. We are almost getting a rainbow color here with the carrots and the colored capsicum. The peanuts are almost getting lost in there, but you can be assured they are there. So you keep stirring now because you want the rice to warm up. And that's it, we are done. We stir this in, and then on very low heat, we will leave it to warm up like for 2 to 5 minutes or 3 to 5 minutes, so that the rice becomes warm enough. Then I'm going to show you how I serve it with the stew of rice today. All right. Hello, so we decided to do our peanut rice with some mutton. So here I'm making some goat meat. So for the goat meat, I'm boiling it, or like steaming or frying it. I have added garlic, crushed garlic. And then I added some rosemary. They dried out, so they're not that fresh, but well, they still give the nice flavor. And the other thing I want to add is some bay leaves. Bay leaves. Just do. We don't do much spices as such. So, and some water. Oh, yes. So I will add about half a glass of water so that this boils and gives me a little bit of stock, and then I can use the stock for for the stew really. So I'm going to let this boil on kind of medium heat. It's medium-ish heat. Then as that happens or continues, I'm going to continue preparing the ingredients for the mutton stew. So this is why I didn't use everything that I had. So I'll use the colored capsicum. I will use the grated carrots, and I have some onions here. So what I will add for the stew is some cherry tomatoes. I have some cherry tomatoes here, courgette or zucchini, and some coriander leaves, coriander, and a tomato. Yes, and a tomato. I might also add some tomato paste, but I'll see if it's the soup is thick enough. I don't necessarily have to add the tomato paste. So now I'm going to prepare this. I also wanted to add some white onion and use very little of the red onion. I prefer the red onion. Oh yes, I also wanted to add some briganya. Not looking so good, it's been in the fridge. And yeah, those are the ingredients that I will use. So as I do this, I would like to ask, how do you store your vegetables in the fridge? Because I've been finding that, especially the eggplant, it kinda discolors. I don't know why. It just discolors, and in as much as the inside is okay, let me show you. So the inside is just fine, but the skin looks discolored. Yeah. So how do you store your veggies, especially eggplants or briganya, in the fridge? Because I don't have trouble with any other vegetable other than this, and I store them in an airtight container in the box that is designated for vegetables and fruits, but these ones still seem to dry out. I don't understand why. Or you find that they have accumulated so much moisture. I have to cut out this part. They have accumulated so much moisture in that container that they are still discoloring. They don't necessarily go bad, but they discolor. The other thing that I have noticed is passion fruits also. They tend to go bad, or rather they don't retain the freshness that I expected that they would retain when in the fridge. So let me know in the comments how you store your vegetables, particularly if you do store eggplant and if you do store passion fruits in your fridge. How do you store them, and how do you maintain their freshness for a longer period? So for this recipe, I will use part of the grated carrots, but I prefer the chopped ones because of the size. The size is almost the same as that of the chopped pieces of goat meat. So I would have preferred to use a diced carrot, but since I remained with some grated carrot, that's what I'm going to use. So my white onion is ready. Also, I would like to know, how do you make your guacamole, your avocado salad? Because for us, we add, see, like this mini chopper that has onion. I actually wanted to add avocado, this avocado that's here, this, and a little piece of tomato, some salt, the coriander leaves, to make guacamole. But I realized, like, well, when we eat out, the guacamole is very different in taste from the one that I have here at home. And I was wondering what's the ingredients that they use that are different from mine, and how can I get that taste that I get from when I buy, like when I buy, or when we do salad outside in a hotel, and it just tastes different from the homemade one. So if you have some hacks or some tips on how to make guacamole, kindly do share that with me. Yeah, so the beef is, the mutton is still boiling, and I will use part of this and a few cherry tomatoes, although I'll still make my guacamole, by the way, in my mini chopper or mini grinder, the way we usually make it, which is onion, tomato, avocado, coriander leaves, and some salt. Sometimes I do add lemon, fresh squeezed lemon juice, to give it that tangy taste, but still I don't get the taste that I get in like hotel bought, if I can say hotel bought or restaurant bought guacamole. So if you know how to, a different recipe for making guacamole, kindly share it with me in the comment section, and I will really appreciate. So yeah, let's get to stewing. So here I'm cutting my courgette. I just used half of it, and with courgette it's best to first cut it horizontally so that you can check if there's anything inside or if it's good inside, because it can be deceitful. You can find that the skin is looking really good, but inside it has blackened or has some worms. So be careful when you are chopping up courgette or zucchini. But we do get fresh veggies from Kikuyu Organic Farmers Market, and the things that I don't get there, I can get them from Karen Farmers Market. And in case I don't really get what I wanted from any of those markets, I asked from specific farmers of if I can get the vegetables that I require. But mostly I find that from the two organic markets I can get everything that I need. So yeah, as I wait for the beef for the mutton to be ready completely, I want to make my guacamole. So in this mini chopper, I've put onion and tomato. So the other thing that I'll add is avocado. This avocado is already washed, so I'll add it to the mini chopper. Then I realized the chopper does not do so well with coriander leaves, so I don't add coriander leaves to the mini chopper. I just add the whole or the fruits and the veggies. Then for the coriander, I'll add them when I'm mixing up the guacamole as well as the lemon juice. So just a few ingredients for this salad to be ready. Then I do some salt. Then how this, it's not an automatic chopper, so I close it up and then I pull this string which turns the blades so that it chops. So that's how it works. So I'm going to add some freshly pressed lemon juice for the guacamole. My lemon press. Add some juice. That's actually enough. Then close this up and finish. So the grinder kind of mashes everything together. So like the guacamole is almost ready by the time it's coming out from this thing. That should be ready. The only thing that I will add is I will add my coriander leaves, chopped coriander leaves, as, when I'm going to serve it. So for now I'll just set it aside and get back to stewing the goat meat. I've added the carrots. Add some salt. Don't want to forget. And then now, I'm just gonna put this in, mix it, and then let it simmer for 15 minutes. And my beef stew will be ready to be served together with our our rice. Yep. So my stew has been simmering for a while and it's ready. So now we serve and enjoy our food. Right. If you have watched up to this point, thank you so much for staying tuned. We really appreciate your presence here. Yes, thank you so much. Kindly share this video, like this video, don't forget to like, so that the YouTube algorithm can recommend this video to someone else who enjoys eating and cooking and eating. Because food, it's good to enjoy well cooked food, and some of us are on this earth to eat. So kindly share, like, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Leave a comment below if you would like to try this recipe. I will link the ingredients for both the cashew nut rice and the beef, although I've showed you most of the ingredients. but I will link them in the description box below in case you would like to check them out again. Thank you so much for watching, and let's see how we enjoy this food. So here we have the rice on this side, and the stew. I'm going to serve the rice, the stew I mean. And then I'm going to add the guacamole. And that's how we're going to serve it. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and until my next video, bye bye. If you'd like to see or watch another video, kindly do. I've also been linking the videos of the coconut rice and the rest in the cards on your right hand top side. Kindly watch another video, and bye bye for now.